Hello everyone. Okay, my paper is about applying Vladimir Propp, Morphology of Folktale, and Nicholas Spark, the lucky one. Okay, here is the picture of the author, Nicholas Spark. He is one of the best New York Times bestseller author. He was born in America, December 31, 1965. Literary period, he is a modern American novelist. A New York Times bestseller author, as I have mentioned, with over 80 million international copy in 45 languages. Okay, I'm going to use Vladimir Propp theory. Okay, here is a picture of the Russian folk tales. Okay, um, he has a theory. It can be considered as old one because it is related for 1927. He wrote his theory in his book Morphology of the folk tales. He takes 100 Russian folk tales and analyzes them to find out that all these folk tales contain a common point. He classified them to 31 features. So I'm going to use this theory, which is used to be applied on folk tales and fairy tales, and use it to study novel to see is it can we apply it, and I'm going to succeed in applying it or not, and how many of these 31 features I can find in the modern text or modern fiction. Okay, that's why I selected Nicholas Spark, because he's a modern novelist. Okay, therefore my research questions are: is it possible to apply Vladimir Propp Morphology of the Folk Tales 1927 on Nicholas Spark novel, The Lucky One? And here is the two copies for the novel, The Lucky One. It was published in 2008. This is the original copy, and the second one after the adaptation for a movie. The cover has been changed. So the second question, the first question is I'm going to see if it's possible or not. The second question is what are the good and the bad morals portrayed by the main characters in The Lucky One? Third question, how many features of Propp 31 features can be found in Nicholas Spark Lucky One? So I mentioned that there are 31 features in the fairy tales and the folk tales. So in this novel, in modern fiction, can we find them all the 31? Or only 2, or 0, or 3, or 5? This is the main research question. Among the 31 features, the second feature is violation. Violation, is that when the villain come into the story, everything is peaceful, and all of a sudden we have someone disrupt the family peace, and here he is in this novel. He is Kate Clayton. He is her ex-husband. She has a kid from him, and he is always mistreating his own child, and he is the villain in the story. Another feature is spatial transference, between two kingdoms. This is what happened. The story opened, when after Logan, here is a picture of Logan, while he found the picture in Iraq, and after he was lucky to survive 3 tours in Iraq because the picture was the lucky charm for him. He decided to look for the girl in the picture. So after he returned back to America, his journey started, from Colorado to North Carolina. He has walked all this, it means he walked all America from west to east. So there is a transformation, pardon, in the space, from one kingdom or from one spot, from one state to another. Another feature is villainy. It means the representation of the villain character. I have already mentioned he is Kate Clayton, her ex-husband. Why he is the villain? Because of number of reasons. First, he is a deputy or a police officer in their this is small town in North Carolina, but he is misusing his power. For example, the novel opens from the first page that he's taking pictures for girls who they are swimming in the lake in the forest while they are, naked. So he is misusing his power, the power that has been given for him to protect people. He is using it against the people, against the citizen. Later on, he is going to take this picture and keep and add it to his little collection, which means that he has already do that a lot. And when he takes picture, he is using his apartment camera. I mean, that's awful. However, second point is that he still controlled his ex-wife life. I mean, preventing anyone to come close to her, to date her, and whenever there is some guy, he is coming to date her, he is going to threaten him, and that's why she's still, single after 6 years after their divorce, which is for such a lovely and beautiful lady. I mean, it is, cause an issue, psychological issue, because she thinks that she is lacking something. There is why everyone is, does not date her or go out with her for dinner only once, then he is gonna run away. Her aunt or grandmother, okay, describe it as you were still his toy, and even though he got new toys, it doesn't mean he want anyone to play with his old toys. So one of the features that Propp mentioned about the villain, he is control his victim life, and he is actually doing that perfectly. Then Nicholas Spark described him as bully, quick to anger, in a position to abuse his power, someone who thought to be deserve whatever he wanted whenever he wanted. This is the second point. He is bullying everyone, is misusing his power. This is according to the author opinion. Then we have, I'm pretty sure, all I want is a kiss. Is that such a big deal? Then he has sexually harassing his ex-wife, asking her to do a sexual relationship with him, or to kiss him, or to go out in date with him. And when she started to have a relationship with Logan, he asked her to break up with him. After actually he threatened Logan at the beginning, but he did not succeed. Then he told her, okay, that if you do not kiss me or go on a date with me, I'm going to take my child from you. He's going to take the custody. So he is really villain because he is using her child to threaten her. Donor is the helper or the provider. Okay, there is always in the story someone who is always providing and supporting the hero. In this novel, okay, we have two donor or helper. The first is Drake, Elizabeth's brother. Even Logan did not see him face to face. He just find the picture, okay, after a sudden in the desert in Kuwait before the occupation. So the picture was his good luck charm that saved him during the worst fight ever. So he is the first donor. The second one is Victor. Victor is Logan's best friend. He's always believing in superstition, and he encouraged Logan to believe that this picture is a lucky charm for him, and eventually you will look for her. Okay, there is a greater purpose to all this. It is your destiny. So he, help him to understand that this picture is not only to save you from the war in Iraq, there is further purpose for this. You were meant to be together, and this is what pushed Logan from the first place to start this journey looking for Elizabeth. Reception of magical agent. The magical agent in this novel is the picture, because it has a superpower to save the holder of this picture. It saved Logan 3 tours in the war in Iraq and the worst circumstance ever. Then it saved them life, and the last scene in the novel. A punishment, there is a punishment that the good people that they are going to have a happy end, and that would happen while the bad people are going to be punished, okay, with death or disease or committing suicide. So this is what happened. Kevin at the last scene has died while he's trying to save his son life, while Logan, Beth, or it is her nickname, for Elizabeth, Zeus and Ben, okay, live happily forever after. So among Vladimir Propp 31 feature in my application on the lucky one, I found the novel contain 18 feature from the 31. So is it possible to apply a theory that has been designed for fairy tales on a novel? Yes, it is possible. Even if it is classical theory, it can be applied on modern fiction. So for this point, thank you very much. I hope you are going to have a great day.